So let me walk you through how to import in your CSV into your file. This tutorial is going to be applicable to your Etsy Seller Spreadsheet or your Etsy import add-on, whichever file you've purchased. I'm going to show myself doing it in the Etsy Seller Spreadsheet, but if you have the Etsy import add-on, it works exactly the same. You're just going to see a few additional tabs that you don't have on your version of the spreadsheet since you have the import add-on. So let's discuss how to import in your Etsy orders CSV each month. Importing in this one CSV from Etsy is going to automatically give us the totals we need for these 5 light blue rows. We're going to do a simple copy and paste into the applicable month's blue tab down here. And doing that one copy and paste is going to quickly import in your total Etsy sales, your sales tax collected that you actually received from Etsy, which we're going to dive into in detail later. Your shipping received, that's what your customers paid you for shipping, and any partial refunds you issued. And we'll talk more about refunds later too. It's also going to import in your Etsy credit card processing fees. So first, you just need to log into your Etsy Shop Manager. And once you're in there, you want to click on Settings, Options, and then go over here to Download Data. You will be brought to this screen where you have the ability to download several different types of CSV files. We want a very specific one. We want the Orders CSV. So from this Orders drop-down menu over here, we want to select orders, not order items, just orders. Then you can choose whatever month and year you are doing your bucks for. So I'm going to go with January just for fun and click download CSV. Now, this used to, until early 2025, download a file onto your computer that you could just open, and that was easy peasy. But lately, Etsy has been emailing you this link to download the CSV instead. So we have one extra step that won't be used to have to do. That means you need to go over to your email inbox, whatever email address is associated with your Etsy account. If you have any trouble finding it, make sure you check spam. Just keep looking for it. This is what the email is going to look like. It will say your order CSV for whatever month is ready to be downloaded. It's going to be from payments.team@mail.etsy.com, so you can search for that address if you need to. Now, here's where things get tricky depending on your web browser. I am operating in Chrome over here. I can click download now, and this will download as a CSV to my computer hard drive, which is what I want. I can just open it from here and copy and paste it into my spreadsheet. But here I am over in Safari now testing it out. And if I click download, it just opens as this big blob of crazy looking text. And this is a little more difficult for me to work with. So I want it to be that downloadable CSV file. So if that happens to you, if you're in Safari or any other type of browser where maybe that's happening, first, know that you can try working in Chrome and it should work okay. Second, try right-clicking on that download link and then choose download linked file, or you can even do download linked file as. Different browsers may put it slightly different ways, but we're looking for the ability to download this as a file, not open it in a new web page, right? So download it as a file to your computer, however your particular web browser wants to do that, and then we're going to open it in our spreadsheet software. You want to open that CSV in whatever spreadsheet software you are working with. And when you open it in your spreadsheet software, it should look similar to this, all nicely organized in columns and not a bunch of gobbledygook data mixed together. So if it doesn't look like this, you may need to do some troubleshooting. Once it opens, we want to copy this CSV and paste it into our tab of our Etsy Seller Spreadsheet. So the best way to copy that is start with row 2. I'm going to select row 2 by clicking the 2 here. See how once I click the gray 2, the entire row is selected. Once I click row 2, I'm going to click and drag all the way down to the end of my data set until the last row of data is highlighted. And then I'm going to copy this data. It's all highlighted, and now I'm going to copy it. And you can copy either by right-clicking and going to copy, or you can do edit copy, or you can do Command C or Control C on your keyboard. But once it's copied, you're going to see what they call the dancing ants around that data selection. So I've got it copied. Now I need to head over to my Etsy Seller Spreadsheet, navigate to my February tab, and I am going to paste it in right here. I'm going to paste that same data right here. My column headers are already here for me, and now I'm going to paste in. And I will insert a side note. If you are using numbers, you need to unhide these columns first. That's only if you're using numbers software on a Mac. I've got a separate video for you to watch with that. But if you're in Excel or Google Sheets, you're good to go right now. No extra steps. Leave the columns exactly how they are. So how do we paste this in? And do the same thing. Select all of row 2. Click that 2 right here, all the way on the left. Have the entire row highlighted. Then you can right click and paste, edit, paste, or Control or Command V on your keyboard. You just want to paste that data in, and it's going to paste exactly in the correct spot. All the data should be going into the same column headers of the CSV that it came from. And if you've done that copy and paste correctly, you should be able to see data populating in your blue rows. Now, unfortunately, I don't have any shipping received, any partial refunds issued in the month of February, but I do have Etsy sales showing up, and I have my credit card processing fees showing up. But you very well might see stuff populating in all 5 of those blue rows. After you do your import, you'll also notice some data populating on your blue sales tax tab and on the orange by state tab, but we'll talk about those in detail later. But this is how you import in or copy and paste your order CSV from Etsy into your spreadsheet. So before we move on, I want to chat real quick about what exactly we're importing in with these blue up rows from your orders CSV. Let's go through these items one by one. First, you've got your Etsy sales. And this is simply the sum of column Q minus column T from your order CSV. So that's your order value, basically what your item or your items that sold were listed for, minus any discounts applied to the order. It does not include shipping paid to you. It does not include sales tax paid, and it's before any fees were taken out. So that is what your Etsy sale amount is. Your sales tax collected row as of right now in 2025 by this point is basically a moot point. At this point, Etsy is considered a marketplace facilitator. They are remitting and collecting sales tax on your behalf for, I believe, every state in the US that has sales tax now. So there are not many scenarios, at least if you are a US seller, where you would see any amounts show up in this row. This is some data from 5 years ago now. So there were some states back then where you still had to collect, and Etsy didn't necessarily collect on your behalf. But as of now, recent times, if you're in the US, you're never going to see an amount show up here. If you do, there's probably something weird going on with your CSV, and I would verify what happened with that transaction by pulling it individually in your Etsy dashboard. Now, I do leave this here because if you're an international seller, you may or may not actually be collecting sales tax on some of your sales, depending on what you're required to do. Or in other cases, again, Etsy may be collecting it and remitting it on your behalf. So this row is here, but don't be alarmed if it's 0, if you know that Etsy is collecting and remitting for you and you're never actually receiving that money. Next, we've got shipping received. So this is the amount that the customer pays you, the seller, for shipping. A lot of times we get confused about why this is revenue to begin with, but it does need to be included as part of your revenue total for both bookkeeping and tax purposes. The amount they pay you is revenue. The amount you pay for shipping labels, postage through Etsy or USPS or whatever, that is an expense that's totally separate. That's going to end up going on your postage expense tab. But the amount that your customer pays you is revenue and needs to be recorded here and will be imported here based on your shipping column on the order CSV, which is column V. Next, we've got this partial refunds row, and this is importing in any partial refunds you issue to your customers on Etsy, whether it's for part of the sales price or shipping overages or whatever that you're refunding. That's going to be imported in. Now, Etsy used to report full refunds on this order CSV as well, but in June 2020, they started just putting buckets of zeros in this report instead of only zeros for orders that had full refunds. So only partial refund information can be recognized by the formulas now because there's no distinguishing between orders that didn't have any refunds and orders that have full refunds. That's because Etsy doesn't actually list your refund on the order CSV. It's kind of confusing. They just state the balance of the sale after a refund was potentially issued because they used to keep the other guys blank, but now they just put zeros everywhere and you will see amounts generated for any orders in which you issued a partial refund. So doing some basic math, we can back out and figure out how much was actually refunded. So like see this sale was for $43.99, and then after the refund was issued and after credit card processing fees were taken into account, actually refunded $12. You can get that by doing some math here. And then the spreadsheet automatically picks that up for you so that you see that partial refund of $12. Now, I know that you may be saying, well, Jan, how do I deal with orders in which I issued a full refund? I'm going to have a separate video with more detail on how to do that. But just know that that's where this partial refund amount is coming from. And I will note real quick that the order CSV does not show any canceled orders. If you end up canceling and fully refunding an order, it will not show up here on the order CSV, which could be something to note if you're trying to reconcile to your 1099K. But I am making a separate video on that, so make sure you check that out if you have questions about what I just said. Finally, we have got the Etsy credit card processing fees. These are coming from column Z. And this is one of the 3 fees that Etsy charges you for your sales. This is the credit card processing fee. In the US, it's 3% plus 25 cents of your sale, and it is automatically being imported in for you, so you don't need to enter that one again. And it is adjusted for partially refunded credit card fees. So if you do get credit card fees partially adjusted for any refunds that you might issue, any partial refunds you should issue at least, the formula does take that into account. So that is how we are bringing in these 5 different totals all from your orders CSV.